the Going Way Back Show with Money B, classic hip hop.
It's the Going Way Back Show with Money B, your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut, exclusively sponsored by dmerch.com and 90shiphop.com, where you can get your officially licensed digital underground and classic 90s artist hip hop merchandise. I'm joined as always by my lovely co-host and producer, Tanteezy, in the building. What up, Tanteezy?
What up? How you doing?
I'm good. And I also want to mention that we have a new sponsor, and that's DMH Luxe Lifestyle Bags. I mean, you know, you see the graphic right there. I don't have the script in front of me, but if you look at the bags, I mean, you think about Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all that other stuff. This is the bag that you want. It's Black owned. And, you know, whether you headed on a trip or you going to the office or you just hooking up with, your people, you definitely want to be seen in the DMH luxury lifestyle bag. So pick that thing up. Now, before I bring in my special guest, I wrote my intro down for this one because I want to make sure these brothers get the correct respect and the props that, because they legends in the game. So let me just do this. They family, we just fuck around and do all this shit, but I got to do it right for these motherfuckers. All right. So for the last 20 years, they've been building and constructing, to me, the sound of the Bay Area. Even though they family, I admire these brothers because they kind of just built an empire in the Bay of just people, an umbrella under them of folks that they just feed this great music to. I mean, and the legends that they work with, people like Too Short, Snoop Dogg, Mac Dre, Mr. Fab, the Jacka, Richie Rich, Dave East, Mozzy, the Luniz, Keak Da Sneak, Drew Down, this little group called Digital Underground. I don't know if you heard of them. Steve-O, and also mentoring young cats in the Bay that eventually became OGs in the Bay. You got cats like J-Stalin, Philthy Rich Beeda Weeda, the Hood Stars. And, when I talk about, you guys always hear me talk about Tupac and his work ethic. On the production side, I got to give these brothers the same type of accolade and props, man. The work ethic is crazy. They got like over 1,000 placements. They can correct me when they come on. I just want to welcome to the show my family, the Mekanix in the building. What up, though?
Ooh, hell of an intro.
Yeah, I had to do it right. I don't normally do that for people, but you know what I'm saying?
Man, salute. Left hand, right hand, salute. Man.
Yeah.
What up, Tanteezy? What Tanteezy?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
And
like Mozzy
I also have to add, go ahead, Doc.
I just said bulletproof love, man. It's unconditional. You know that.
Well, I also have to say you guys made a little history because for Rax, you actually gave Tanteezy her first feature back in like 1996.
So did. Yeah, we first met.
Yeah, that's
the believe that he's a magician.
Real live magician. That's true.
Yeah. I think I still got that song somewhere.
Yeah,
that tape.
Got it.
I didn't even know Tanya rap.
She did.
That was my first feature ever.
That was her first feature. So
in the studio.
I did a song called The Magician.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put it down for 4 racks, and I was like, wait a minute, we got something here.
Yeah.
So Tweed, after that song, she was on all my hooks for the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get that. You got to get that free labor when you can.
Right. Then I retired.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's real though.
That's what's up. And so whenever I talk to people about you guys, like I said, I tell them that you're the sound of Bay Area hip hop. But in your words, explain and tell the people what the Mekanix music and what the Mekanix is all about.
I would say we're, and this is just my words, I would say we're the evolution of, what was, what we came up on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we definitely funk infused. You know what I'm saying? Mob, all that shit is like really tied into everything that we do today. It's what we came from, what we love so much, and we're just the evolution of it. It ain't like we created it. We didn't. The wheel was already rolling. We just put our little 1-2 on it and added a little grease. You know what I'm talking about, and kept the wheel spinning. You know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
but you've been able to, and what I was kind of getting at, like, what we call in the Bay mob music, right? But is that funk, is that slap, and it just like you said, is what we've been doing forever. But how have you been able to maintain the integrity of that when you see all these different styles coming through? With the trap and what they called the whole, when we went through that phase of what they called the hyphy movement and this and that,
But we
and
just
and,
stuck,
and
oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No,
Well,
no, I was go ahead.
we just stuck to our guns, and I mean, we only one part of the equation. We just the music. We're the
Right.
background. So we just made sure the people that was speaking for us, meaning the artists,
Hmm.
they was on their shit. We just tried to make sure that we gave the best beats to the artists that we knew was gonna get it heard the way we wanted it heard. Like the J-Stalins, the Fabs, the Keak Da Sneaks, and then the legends start calling, meaning people that we truly admired, and the Sebos,
E40,
the E40s, and when they start calling, it was
Digital Underground.
Digital Undergrounds.
Yeah.
When they start calling, it was a no-brainer. It was like, good. Now we know we on the right track, because they gonna continue to get this sound heard and appreciated by their fans, and you know what I mean. And we just keep making sure it keeps evolving. You know what I'm saying?
And who was the first, when you say like the legend? Who was the first legend to call you guys? And you're like, oh shit! Like, what was that? What was that first? What was that first one?
Shit, it might have been like one of the first legends that we worked with as the Mekanix.
Yeah.
I think it might have been y'all.
Digital Underground. Shit.
I think it might have been y'all.
Yeah. Like we had a sweet spot, 'cause we come from the family umbrella, so we already was like we was already tied in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you said, we part of the family, so I don't even count. Let me just let everybody know there was a time when I used to get a Mekanix beat whenever I wanted. Right now, I gotta get on the list. It's like Section 8 now. Everybody's trying to get on.
Hey, you locked in.
Oh man, I used to have them back in the day.
You part of every interview we do.
Yeah, and some people don't know. Forex, you actually toured and was a member of Digital Underground and toured as a DJ, and you also toured with the Luniz as a DJ. So how did those experiences translate into bringing it home, and just from being abroad, and actually you're originally from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So you've had experiences outside of the Bay Area, but how did you being able to kind of tour the country and see what was going on to bring that back to the town and kind of relay that to your sound?
Well,
how important was that?
It was very important. I already wasn't from, per se, Oakland. I was, like you said,
Right.
from Chicago, so my ear was a little different already. But being able to have such great mentors, meaning you, Shock, Fuse, y'all showed me so much more. Y'all even made it more broader. And then I was able to come home with a hunger to create the records that I was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like back there in the background playing. I came home hungry, like I want to create these records. And when I got with Tweed, I mean, like, I know bruh probably tired of all the stories I done told him from.
I know every story.
He know every story.
I don't know any stories. How did you meet Tweed?
Tell one the time, teasy. Yeah, talk to it.
Because I don't even, to this day, I've never seen Tweed touch a soundboard or nothing. Does he just say ting?
Hey, sometimes he do, and you be like, that's what made the record complete.
No, but
sometimes, and sometimes it's vice versa. Yeah, no, a lot of people. Tweed is more reserved at times, but he talk a whole hell of a lot. Y'all just don't hear it.
Yeah, he's
I
quiet,
hear
really
it.
quiet. So how did you guys meet?
We met. We met through the his. No, we met through an artist called IRS. Bro was like doing some A&R work for a rapper named IRS, and I had already knew IRS, and he was producing a project with IRS, and he was asking him about like other producers, and he brought up me, and I met bruh, and shit. After that, we met again through the hitters.
Yeah, through the hitters on the payroll.
We met again through the
So
hitters
this was
on
back
the
in the
payroll.
90s?
Yeah, this was
like early 2000s.
Was it 99,
Or
2000?
99, yeah, like
2000.
99.
Yeah,
2000.
like 99, 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah, like 99, something like that.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Tweed, from what I understand, you come from a musical background, right?
Yeah, my pops, he played the saxophone, like trumpet, drums, and like growing up, he always had me and my sisters and cousins like playing instruments, playing drums, and he just kept me into music. So that's what kind of started me in it.
Yeah, and I kind of remember when the first time Rax used to come with me, like, man, I met this dude. He was talking about you was the future. You know what I'm saying? He was excited, and I never seen him so excited to be working with somebody. So much so because I remember Doc used to work out of my studio, right?
Yeah.
And then it was actually when you started working with Tweed when you kind of started
doing other shit. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you started fading away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what should I say? You started doing stuff that I didn't even like. Normally, everything that came out of our camp and out of the studio. But then when you got with Tweed, it was like, okay, it was almost like you started building your own life.
Right.
And it was dope to see, like, you know, but I remember how excited you were when you were telling me about him. So Tweed, you know, coming from a musical background, do you ever, or have you ever been, felt like some of the music that you do and some of the hip hop cats that you work with, you kind of have to dumb it down and suppress some of the things that you know in music, or is it still like you find clever ways to add it in there?
Not really, because it ain't like, you know, I was like Beethoven or, you know, I never read music, so I always played by ear.
Right.
I always played by ear, so no, I don't think I ever had to dumb it down. We just kind of like just stayed in the lane for the artists we was working with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It'd be funny because a lot of people always say, you know, you gotta make certain kind of music. You gotta make so that the people fuck with you and make it like this and make it like that and make something for the radio and make something for. We always just made what we felt, bro, since day one. Like it really always has just been built on, unless we focused on a particular artist or a particular commercial or a sound or something. We always just pour out whatever the fuck is on our heart at the moment, bro. And that's really what the people been getting all this time. You know what I'm saying?
And Tanteezy kind of mentioned it, like you guys seem to have like very, I won't say opposite personalities, but you're definitely your own person. You guys are different. So I want each of you to tell me what is it about the other that makes the union like perfect.
Man, bruh, like far as Rax has like a unorthodox type of style, and he always thinking outside of the box. You know what I mean? He always thinking outside of the box, and I don't know. It's just whatever I can't do, he can.
Yeah.
And vice versa. He hit it on the nail.
Whatever he can't do, I could do it. Then I mean, shit is we feel like ain't shit we can't do.
Like, but
so
Tweed, Tweed is like he's like he like my big little brother. Like I can go to him like my mother only had me and my younger brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm the oldest in my family, and Tweed is younger than me. But I can go to him, and in moments where I'm like I'm supposed to be big bruh, he can still give me guidance, and I like that.
Yeah.
Like he's a strong-minded, ill-minded individual. You know what I mean? And he ain't no yes nigga. He ain't gonna just say yeah just because a nigga popular or a nigga got some money or you know what I'm saying. He gonna say what he truly believe, and that's the type of people I want to always keep around me. Is niggas just gonna give you they all and be who they really are. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
have
yeah.
so have there been a time that you wanted to work with someone and he was like, "Nah, I don't think this is a good fit."
Of course.
Of course, it go both ways.
Yeah.
It go both ways. Yeah, I mean, he done told me that too, and that's where we kind of strong at too, because I mean, we both value each other's opinion to where if he say something, you know, or if he like, nah, we don't need to do that, and I might not all the way be 100% with him, but I'm gonna ride with him because he must see something that I don't see. You feel me? So we trust each other's opinion and what am I trying to say? Like we could be coached by each other without taking it personal.
Yeah. And we know how to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree. Okay, keep moving.
Yeah, just keep it moving.
Keep moving. We don't get stagnant by disagreements.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I see that you guys have a lot of rap artists that you work with. So is there any R&B artists that you guys have worked with that's mainstream?
Mainstream? No, not any mainstream, but we work with a lot of like local R&B artists that I mean they have had successful like independent careers like Nate and Silky. She do both. She rap and sing. Who else?
Jimmy Rain.
Silk dope.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy Rain, Netta Brielle.
No Keisha Cole.
Yeah, Keisha Cole.
Was she mainstream for a moment?
Yeah, that's
she is
true.
mainstream. She is mainstream.
We ain't never really worked with her, but she got on the record that we produced.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we did a Mr. Fab record that she sang the hook on.
All around the world.
Yeah, all around the world. Yeah.
Can't forget what's brother from New Orleans? That's on the Magnolia Shop. That's my shit.
That nigga.
I know, but you got a man. But you gotta get that. That was like one of my favorite ones on the thing.
Crazy though.
Donuts.
Yeah. So while we talking about the legends, can you guys give us a story like one of the wildest sessions or just recording processes with one of the legends that you work with?
One when we did Hyphy Hump.
Hyphy Hump, yeah.
Remember we came to the hotel, we met
Tell the story.
Shit. Damn. This was during the hyphy movement.
Right.
Some of it too. Correct me if I'm wrong or you too. Mm-hmm. But we was trying to get a record. We really with Mac Dre's legacy and the hyphy movement. One of the sayings is "get stupid" or "go stupid," right. And everybody knows that. Humpty said on the Humpty Dance record, he says, "I get stupid." You know what I mean? And this is 10 years before the hyphy movement, or right? About 10 years or so, or more.
Yeah.
So when everybody started to go dumb and get stupid in the Bay, being that we had digital underground ties, especially me, I wanted to make my niggas proud. I was like, the biggest thing I could ever do, or the Mekanix we could ever do, is do a digital underground record that could exist in the hyphy movement era.
Yeah, bring us back.
Exactly, right. Bring them back. Like, you know what I mean? So our attempt was trying to do a hyphy Humpty Hump record, and along with Garrett Caples, who was a writer for the San Francisco Guardian.
Yeah.
He came along with he put some words on paper.
Yeah, he put some lyrics down.
He put some lyrics down, and he brought it to us like, "Come on, you guys should do this record." So I don't know if we gave it to Mun, if we got it to Shock. I don't know how we translated the paper to the conversation about doing the record. And you guys were doing spot dates or whatever. So you were coming to San Francisco and was like, let's do it. And at the time, me and Tweed had put together a mobile Mekanix studio in a duffel bag. So we had speakers, mic, laptop, MIDI interface, ready to go in a duffel bag. So we said we pull up at the hotel and we do this record. So we pull up at the hotel. It's entourage crazy. You know, Digital Underground has always had an entourage that follows them around just to party, good people. And we're trying to get this record done in a hotel room while people were talking, drinking, sipping, telling jokes. It's, you know, family reunion time. And long story short, some of the words need to be rewritten. So Shock and Mun sat on the end of a bed and rewrote some of Garrett's lyrics to make it really tie into the culture. And I think one of the lyrics was Garrett wrote something about
got busy in the
something. Yeah, he got busy in not the Burger King bathroom or
something like that.
But Mun, I think Shock didn't really understand what a scraper was. Yeah. And Mun had to tell him exactly what a scraper car was.
What is a scraper car? I don't even know.
A scraper, like back in the hyphy movement days, was either a Buick Regal, a Buick Century, a Park Avenue.
Yeah, and it was between the year frames too.
Yeah, it was only a certain year frame, like in between like 90 and 96.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a scraper.
So they rewrote the lyrics, and it was hilarious how they tied everything into the hyphy movement right before our eyes, really. And we recorded it, and it came out. We put it out. The song's called The Hyphy Hump. There's actually some footage of this actual experience on YouTube. If you go look it up, put it in YouTube, you can find it. The Hyphy Hump, Digital Underground, Mekanix. There's footage. So yeah, it was a good story. That was dope.
Yeah, I remember that, and I just remember, like you said, we recorded the record around the party.
Yeah, around the party.
Like we decided to record, be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
As soon as the take was over, everybody like, oh yeah.
It's probably still a little bit of feedback in the vocals too.
I know. You know what's crazy is I think I told Forax that DJ always does a mix for the artists that we have on. So I sent him Hyphy Hump this morning, and I listened to it. Yeah. And when I'm listening to it, because I remember that it was commotion going on while we were recording it. So I was listening to hear if I could hear background, but I heard like a ringing, but then I hear the same ringing in every hook, and I'm like, was it ringing in the beat, or did we just catch it? And then somebody was ringing, but it's on beat though. Yeah. So you guys have to go look. It was on. I actually put it on my mandatory mixtape, so everybody listening, go to YouTube and look up Hyphy Hump, Digital Underground featured J-Stalin.
We'll put the link in the description below.
Oh yeah, I forgot we put Stalin on it too.
Yeah,
sure did.
Yeah, Stalin's on it. He got busy at the end.
He's our default rapper. Yeah. He can rap.
Yeah, whenever.
He
fits on anything we produce. So anytime we're gonna put on it, Stalin.
and we have to include Stalin in your R&B repertoire catalog too.
Sure.
That's right. He's right.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, when I listen to J-Stalin, I'll be like, what was I thinking? I could have been singing.
You could have been singing, yeah.
He was one of the first people really doing it like that, like to sing rap, like this is not even a word, but like melodizing.
Yeah, melodizing
while he's
rapping. Yeah, he J-Stalin just swag it out, and and if I don't get to talk to him, my guys, I want you guys to bring this to his attention. What I think he should do next, just because of his whole swag, he should kind of go the route and follow that. What's his name? That don't touch that coat. What's his name?
Orange Juice Jones.
Oh yeah, he got to go to Orange Juice Jones. That's the next evolution of it. Like super player, just like he don't really care. Like he already got that, but if he really just dive into that, I think that'll take him to for the next 10 years. Because like a lot of times if you stay into try to be the young cool guy, sometimes you start to lose it. But if you allow yourself to grow into something different, I think that would be a lane for him. And while we're talking about it,
reinvention,
reinvent himself. And like J-Stalin, even though in the town everybody would say like Richie Rich found J-Stalin, but I feel like he came up under y'all, right? And a lot of other cats that came through Beeda Weeda, and you can name some of the, like HD. First time I heard of him was through y'all. You know what I mean? So tell me, what is it? How do you know when you find a youngster or a young group or cat and you be like, they got it? Like, what is it that you have to see?
You just hit it. They got it.
They got it, and just that hunger. Like they gotta be hungry for it, and it ain't hard to notice it. You know what I mean?
Right.
The passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm and Tweed, we super passionate about our craft. So when I see it in somebody else, I can smell it. Like, oh yeah, he give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like he really give a fuck. And when you find that in an artist, then hey, that's most of the battle. You know what I mean? Because they'll figure everything else out through the passion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I remember hearing stories about stories when you used to tell me about how Pac used to rap, and he'd be spitting and he'd be spitting, and he know he's spitting.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal or negative attached to that. It's the passion.
Yeah.
That's the passion coming out of him. Like you got to hear it how it's coming out. So that's, and when you see that, man, people like that are just, they bound to do something beautiful in life. They bound to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then the flip side of that is, when you got these young cats, these youngsters that come in, especially doing the music that some of them do, whether you want to call it street music or whatever, some of them, they come in, they want to spin and get in the studio, but a lot of that money ain't coming from a 9 to 5. You feel me? And it's things attached to that. And I mentioned that as far as, everything that's going on that happened with King Von, that just got killed, and Mo3 and Lil Boosie getting shot.
Yeah.
How do you guys set boundaries in your studio? And has there ever been a situation where any street stuff kind of spilled into your work environment where you had to really check it hard?
Hell yeah, some street shit that spilled into the work environment, but
if you don't mind talking about it.
Yeah, but it was earlier in our career though. Like when we was on High Street, when the studio was on High Street. I ain't gonna get into the details of what happened. But, we kind of had.
You ain't gotta say the names, but you can give us something.
Yeah,
nah, I mean, he just saying that we didn't have to definitely,
you didn't murk that nigga.
Nah, we had to murk.
Nah, we ain't had to knock nobody down, but you feel me? We had to whip out on a few people. You feel me? But
we had to pull up to a couple nigga mama's doors and knock on the door.
Too.
You feel me?
That too. But I mean, it was just us letting too many people in the lab that wasn't really working.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Bringing people with them and having 30 and 40 people in the lab. Nah, that ain't cool no more. You feel me? If they ain't working or if they ain't family. You feel me? Don't bring them with you, or they ain't invited. Cause shit, this our business. Yeah, this how we eat. So,
and then just to further elaborate on that, now we run the studio totally different than we did then. Like we really try to treat this shit like a 9 to 5. Like back then, the party was the party was part of making the records. Meaning at 4 a.m, you could call me and when I answer the phone, you hear nothing but music. What's up, niggas? Wow, we lit. You know what I'm talking about? But now if you call me at 4 a.m, I'm gonna be like, bro, you know what time it is, nigga? I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We run it like more of a 9 to 5.
Structured.
More structured.
That comes
and
with
now
maturity,
we don't.
though.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
And now everybody doesn't get the green light to be able to get in the studio with us. It's more of a
by appointment.
By appointment, really.
Yeah, by appointment and just because like on High Street, and it was in the hood too.
I was just about to say, people got to understand. I want to paint the picture. Like on High Street, y'all was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Right there in the hood.
All my right outside grinding, so
it was right in the middle.
Just knock on the door, come to the door, they in the lab fucking with us.
But that's also what helped make the Mekanix.
Part of the process.
So we can never really act like that was negative. That was part of what made us. Yeah, because at any given time it was like you could have me and Tweed in the studio working on a beat. Jacka could be, rest in peace to Jacka. Jacka could be in the studio. Styler could be in the studio. Yuckmouth might be out front with Pretty Black. Rest in peace, Pretty Black. Hustler from the Mob Figures might be sitting in his car.
Hell yeah.
Across the street, you got niggas from High Street actually busting knocks. We smoking weed transactions up and down the street, or
that shit was unpredictable.
It's
anybody,
lit.
Anybody could pull up at any given moment. You never know who you might catch in there.
Yeah, and we mixed the streets and the music together. It was a beautiful fix.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was kind of the mix, and then the perfect line to that is when in Keak's song, white t-shirt, blue jeans, Nikes, came up High Street, stopped on Fairfax. I'm like, that's right there.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
And the nigga name he said after that is from High Street. What's his line after that?
I just know that one. That's my.
Who said it?
Every time I heard that line, I just go dumb. So I never heard the line after.
Yeah.
But what
I was gonna say,
what hella made it work though also was a big respect. It was a big respect thing though. Like motherfuckers knew like this was a neutral zone. Like don't come over here with the bullshit. Like niggas can get into the bullshit if you want to, but why? Like niggas ain't over here about no bullshit. Niggas over here about making some money and making some music, and that's about it. So we could have all of the mixture of all of them things going on, and because of the respect for Tweed and that's his neighborhood, and then the people that I would bring that respect for me, and the people that respected us, everybody respected each other. We didn't really have no real big fallouts between a lot of niggas. And it was
the shit that did happen, like that's a small percentage over the time that we've been there. That's good that it only happened.
Yeah.
Full of time.
Yeah. Regardless of it being where it was, it did always feel like a safe zone. And I just want to tell my little story about that. Getting into the next question is that, a lot of people, it's crazy that a lot of people still think I live in Oakland and the Bay, but I moved out of the Bay in 2001, but I always would go back, right? So I remember coming back and running up to the lab on High Street, and I'm in there, I'm like, yo, what up, y'all ready? What's up? And he'd be like, nah, we got the Jack. The Jack is in there. I'm like, the Jack? In my mind, I'm thinking I'm money baby, the Jack. I'm only in town for blah, blah, blah. You're like, nah, we got the Jacker doing this and doing that. Because, you know what I mean? Like for real, you know how shit changes with music in the Bay. So I didn't really get to experience the whole Jacka experience the way as if you was there. I always respected it, and I knew him from the mob, mob figures and all that, right? But the real Jacka experience, I never really got it. Yeah. I just knew him through y'all, and I met him once or twice, but I remember just going through.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to sit on the couch and wait because the Jacka was
So why did we have to wait?
doing it.
Why couldn't you just go in? What was up with that?
Well, it's one recording.
I think we already had something in the process. You feel me? And we was just
and it was just me falling through.
I want to hear the Mekanix answer.
But I haven't finished saying what I wanted to say.
But
I was just saying that
you couldn't sit in on the Jacka session.
No, nobody said he didn't sit in.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that.
We were recording. If we was already recording something, just hold on. We'll get to that. We'll record you after we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he has seniority.
Nah, well, he just was recording.
He got to the studio before mine.
He got there before me. But I wanted, in my mind, I wanted to hear. All right, let me wrap this up real quick, and we could do it. They was like, nah, the Jack in there.
Oh, okay.
That was it. And I was like, all right, cool. And then then my brother Cullen, he was like the Jack, and it was then I started to get it right. But talk about you guys' relationship with the Jack and just him as a person and what made him that special.
Well, first, I think I'm gonna answer this. Damn it! Now that you just said that, first and foremost, for you to not be able to experience that month, it's crazy. Jack's persona, he remind me of you, and the reason why I say that is because we'd all met between us all. We'd all met a lot of music motherfuckers, a lot of rap motherfuckers, a lot of entertainers, and they always say you don't want to meet your what's the saying? You don't want to
meet your hero.
Meet your hero, whatever.
Yeah,
they might let you down.
Yeah,
because you get to see the flaws. You get to see the flaws in them, or their mood swings, or habits, or whatever, right? So, but when it came to the Jack, he reminded me of you, man. There was not a hating bone in the Jacka, bro. He literally would take his shirt off for anybody and everybody that came across his path. He would give you verses for free. He'll give you a free verse and jump on the plane and go fuck with Freeway in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about, he had a higher calling, bro, and he fucked with everybody. So like I always say, Digital Underground is some of the dopest niggas in the illest niggas in the game, because y'all really are rap's ambassadors. Can't nobody tell y'all niggas no. Can't nobody, because you guys have always embodied hip hop and a good time and good vibes and just good nigga shit. You feel me? From the jump. That's what Jack was. Jack was just a good nigga in and out, giving and hella talented. Oh my God, had his own lane, didn't sound like nobody else. His shit wasn't rooted in money, even though his name was the Jacka and he made street music. A lot of his shit was very spiritual. So that's my spill on Jack.
He said it. Jack was good.
Real deep,
nigga, man.
Real deep guy.
Yeah, and like I said, I never really got to know him, but everything that I hear about him says that so much so that when I move around and I talk about Bay, I say Tupac, Mac Dre, and the Jacka. He up there, because no matter what, wherever I go, especially in the Bay, it's like his music come on, it's like and even if I don't know the song, I give it up. Right. And then I know how y'all felt about him, so I know it had to be something good.
Yeah, right. and it's crazy because even all the years that we fucked with him, our relationship wasn't even hella musical. Nah, we don't even really got that many songs with Jacka. Nah. It was more than music. It was more of a relationship.
It was all type of shit.
But
it was weed smoke. It was
some street shit.
It was street shit.
Get some money together.
Like, it wasn't all just.
It wasn't just based on music.
It wasn't based on a nigga coming to the studio just busting a rap.
Hell yeah.
Only when you came in town, man.
Say what? Oh yeah, here come Brian. Come on, Jack, get in there.
Oh my God.
You knew she was gonna get you with that, right?
No, that's because when we did lock to make records, it was like, this is important. Okay, hell yeah. Come on, let's knock this one down.
Nah,
Yeah.
I get it. Another cat that I'm interested to hear about. What is it like? Because I hear so much about all the craziness that goes on around his life. What is it like recording with Mozzy? And I only say that because I hear about the craziness, right? Yeah. But when I listen to his music, bro, he sound like he got a lot up here. You feel me?
Yeah. He's an intelligent. He's a fucking intelligent gangbanger.
Yeah.
Is he known as Young Mozzy?
No, that's a different guy.
Okay.
He's very intelligent. The nigga's you can listen to any rapper and tell you know, where do they read or just based on their vocabulary.
Yeah, that nigga vocabulary go crazy on the rap.
And that's what I'm saying, like to listen to him and to hear how he, just the thought, you can hear somebody rapping, you can tell that they're a thinker, right? So I listen to his lyrics, but then when you hear so much about how everybody want to kill him and he be talking all of that blood gang stuff.
We ain't really been around him too many times. I think we had about 2 or 3 studio sessions with him. Yeah. He came to our studio on 35th. It was basically just all business. Nigga was in there. They was in there getting high, smoking weed. It was straight business. He was working.
Now, how do you know they want the people to know they smoke weed and getting high? Look at you.
They do it on video.
Everywhere. IG. No secret.
I'm just messing with family. I'm just messing with family.
It's just like us. We from the Bay, man. You know that, so we don't gang banging. It ain't in our.
Yeah, that's not us.
So it's difficult to know the inner workings of all that stuff.
So you just stay out of it.
Yeah, we just let that be there. It's not our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't our politics.
Yeah.
But the nigga definitely talented. The nigga got bars. And then, when you go to jail enough times, you get a piece of that I guess like solitude where, you have time to sit by yourself and really dig into yourself and learn you. I think often people don't spend that much time with themselves unless they go to jail. People don't dig into themselves. And he's done that also.
Or you quarantine like you're supposed to.
Well, yeah, no, okay. So how many times have we dealt with that on U.S. soil?
Yeah, that's true. Right.
So this might be the first time where you look around and everybody got a business. That's great because finally, we've all had the time to sit back and think and think just outside of the box, not necessarily follow what somebody else doing, but dive into yourself and be like, what the fuck am I finna do with me?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In jail, with a nigga like Mozzy, I'm pretty sure jail also helped him internalize, like, okay, yeah, when I'm gonna put all these plans together like a chess player. He got all these lyrics and he put together a couple of plays and a couple of songs later and boom, you know what I mean?
All right.
You said businesses and gardens. People started growing their own crops.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's business.
I know.
That is business.
Yeah.
Man, it's big business.
So I wanted to ask a question about being that we're going through this pandemic. How have things changed for you guys? Like, are you still allowing people to come in and record? Are you just sending beats and having record remotely? So how's things going?
Yeah, we kind of slowed down on like having people come through. And like, I got a daughter, so the schooling thing is at home. So I've been here at the studio. I've been at the house. We basically been coordinating that type of way from the house. And through email and online, on the phone, FaceTime. But like far as beats, we already had a little system with the beats when people purchase beats that we send the email out. So I don't know. It really didn't slow us down. I ain't gonna lie. We kind of took off a little bit harder.
That's good.
Since the pandemic.
It forced us, like I said, to just internalize and just look at where like the little gaps or little You know, sometimes shit fall between the cracks because you moving so fast. But this shit,
Right, now you gotta sit down and just do it.
and start, close them gaps up, and now you got a watertight, you know what I mean, boat.
So if somebody wanted to purchase a beat, what do they do? Just hit you up in Instagram DM, or do you guys have a website?
We got a website. They can hit us on the website. They can hit us on IG.
What's the website?
www.themekanix.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's the Mekanix.com.
Hey, we should have did that. That would've been like,
Yeah, you should have went the
Mechanics.
Mechanics.
I ain't going to that website.
It's TheMekanix. Once again, it's TheMekanix.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
About to put it.
We got merch up there. We actually recently just put out our own sound kit also for any upcoming producers or whatever. So that's up there too now, called the Mob Lords kit. It's doing pretty good. People been making records with it and demoing and showing us they beats they've been making with some of our sounds. It's been super dope.
Yeah, you got that, and then aren't you guys directing videos and stuff?
Hell yeah.
Rax directing.
Yeah, I've been doing some videos here and there, trying to get my folk Tarantino on. You know
I see it. But you've always been creative in all of the videos that you do. Y'all like Stan Lee with the cameos and jumping out with being the bums on the streets and all of that.
All the shit, yeah. It ain't
Just always a
just all year. I'm a fan of art, period, and that, you know, not just creative art, but TV, film, all the shit. So I'd really just be my downtime, if it ain't messing with the kids, is watching good movies and looking for good movies. And good movies make me think. You know what I'm saying? And I just take a lot of times little pieces out of movies and rework them. And
all right,
you know what I'm saying?
I forgot to mention you are a son's godfather. Speaking of the kids.
Come on, where Tariq at? Where little brat?
Nah,
that's right.
I did mention that you guys, you know, had 6 albums out this year. So I kind of want to, you know, let's talk about these records that we have out, and let's go one by one and tell me what is unique, or what is, you know, tell me the process of each album. I'll start with Keak Da Sneak, Gorillas, which is out now.
So Keak Da Sneak was the last record we dropped, most recent.
Most recent. So talk about that.
If you know Keak Da Sneak, you know that he's a phenomenal artist. He's one of one. His style and his voice is impeccable. You know, recently Keak was shot and he's been in a wheelchair. So during this process of him rehabilitating, we didn't want him to lose his fire, so we've been trying to keep him active and you know, record like crazy. So we were just knocking records out left and right. He stayed motivated the whole way through, stayed giving us creative shit the whole way through. We really had no throwaway records.
And he had the name already for the album. Like before we got done with the album, Keak was like, I want my next album to be called Gorilla.
Yeah.
So that kind of gave us like a sound and a direction to work towards as far as the production.
And when he said it's Gorilla, we was like, well, shit, this got to be nothing but Trump music.
Going crazy.
Yeah, you got to go right.
Yeah.
So he gave you the direction basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So we just went in and
production. We tried to go crazy and shit. We did a good job. It came together good.
Yeah, loving it right now.
All right.
Yeah.
The next one, the Grow Room, Richie Rich, which is out right now.
So Rich approached us about doing well, if you know, his situation was he had just landed a case. Yeah. We can talk about it now. He already did his time, right? We can talk about it. Yeah, so Rich had just landed a case where it was attached to marijuana and different whatever, you know what I mean? So he wanted to do this project.
Was it a half thing?
Nah, it wasn't a half thing. It was attached. It was supposedly attached to marijuana or whatever. But he wanted to do this record. You know, he had the concept. The concept was the grow room, and being that we fuck with the tree here in Oakland very heavily, you know, it was like.
Well, it's legal now.
I like that title.
Well, this was on the cusp of it becoming legal. And it wasn't legal when we started recording the grow room.
Yeah, there are stipulations even so.
Yeah, but what was funny about the project was just maybe 2 years shy before we began this project, we did High Times with the Luniz. And we did like maybe 75% of that record. And I did hella hooks talking about, you know, we yuckers smoke a lot, numbers drink a lot. So every hook had to be smoking and drinking. Right, yeah. Smoking and drinking.
Dope album, by the way.
Dope album. Don't get it. High Times by the Luniz. And after we was done, we looked back and I was like, damn, I didn't know I could talk about weed, drink that many times. Yeah. Over and over, and it was still interesting. So when it came to doing the grow room, it was like a personal challenge to do it again. Like, okay, let's feed Richie Rich these records. And all I did was just encompass everything from a young nigga in Oakland who first started smoking weed to the point where he's smoking so much weed, he like, man, I'm going broke over this shit. I need to start selling it so I can keep it around so I can smoke it, but make some money. And then graduating from that point to, man, I'm tired of copying this shit. How can I grow it? So I can grow it and sell it and smoke it. You know what I mean? So
sounds like my son Tyrese. He actually got a grow room now.
That's dope.
In Michigan.
That's dope.
So did you guys produce like all the songs on the album? Like 100%, the whole thing?
100%.
So were you present? Like, how was that with recording the song with Snoop Dogg?
Snoop. So what we did? No, we wasn't present with Snoop. What we did was.
Is Snoop on this album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What we did was me and Tweed just sat there and knocked out all the beats and the hooks, and then gave it to Rich one at a time. Just fed him, spoon fed him, and he was like, "Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him."
It wasn't no throwaways, Harley.
No, it wasn't two, maybe it was like maybe 2 songs we didn't use. But once we gave it to him, he figured who he wanted to put on as features, and he reached out to Snoop. That's how Snoop got on the record, and that's how Mozzy got on that record.
Tell him about the remix.
Yeah, we got
remix to what?
We got a remix to that, the one that Snoop is on.
That song.
With
Ray J.
With Ray J. We ain't released.
You lying?
Yeah, so Ray J went crazy. Re-sang my hook and everything.
I gotta hear this. I like Ray J music.
Ray J went crazy. He went crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Man, Ray J, he had a record back in the day that was the shit.
One Wish. So, that was your favorite. One Wish.
Nah. Nah, he had a record. Nah, Ray J had a record. I don't even know if it came out, but I had a tape. He was talking some real shit. Not real shit, but he was just talking a lot of shit. And I was just like,
hey, the swag he got on this Richie Rich record is, I ain't never heard him go to straight. I ain't never heard him like that either. Never. It's
speaking of that on a whole different page, y'all heard Eddie P new song Sweat or whatever?
Nah, I ain't heard it yet.
Oh, bro, it's dope. He reinvented himself. I don't even know if it's out. He sent it to me, but he don't even sound like. Yeah, he sound like a new Eddie. I was like, whoa. Shout out to Eddie P. Payroll. Hey. So. And so the next album I want to talk about is Forax, Fear. Now, I always talk to you, Forax, about this. In my opinion, I feel like lyrically, you can down there gas anybody that you've ever produced for, except me. Except me. Not just like
Say that.
maybe on a good day, but for real though, like what is it like? Is it just the love of production? Because I feel like you can roll out an album anytime you want. You know what makes you want to do it now, and tell me the whole meaning behind Fear, because it's just the title it can go anywhere with it.
I mean, at this point, you know, I'm big bruh. That was just like one of my bucket list things. Like, fuck it, I done everything but that. Like, I could have done it years ago, but I was trying to push this production and trying to get us in position. It took a long time. We had to take the steps. You know what I mean? Had we taken the elevator, yeah, maybe I might have do an album out 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But everything happens in God's time, not our time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Speaking of that, are you ever in the studio with somebody? You be like, nigga, I would kill this way harder than you. Yes, you do.
Of course. Yes.
Nah, don't.
Look how you laughing.
He can't even hold his face right.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen, it be records that you be thinking that's not gonna make it, or you don't think it's dope, and that shit.
Yeah, we never know.
You never know. So I never feel like that, bro. I just stay in the moment and support whatever we're doing in the moment.
Tweed, when are you coming out with your solo album?
I retired 15 years ago.
Don't listen to that.
Y'all ain't even hear me rap. I retired so quick.
Tweed got an album coming out. It's called Baby Oil and Schmedium Shirts.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Schmedium Beats. It's called.
My executive producer right there.
Like, I need a.
I thought it was called
I need
The
a
Quiet
Schmedium.
Storm.
I need a Schmedium.
Baby Oil and Schmedium Shirts.
Nah, I'm retired. I retired about 10, 15 years ago.
You did one song and was like, I'm done.
He can do it though, because when I write hooks, a lot of times he help me. He give me lines.
Well, that's good. He's a writer.
Yeah,
but we need him on the mic.
Yeah.
Well,
he be on the mic sometimes. Y'all ain't heard Trap Phone? If you hear Trap
Phone. Oh yeah, I heard him.
He was in the crowd.
That ain't rapping.
Nah, he talking. He just talking that stuff.
I said he was in the crowd.
and of course, you got the compilations, Donuts and Restoration.
Yeah.
I feel like
this year though.
Yeah, them came out.
Restoration
came out last year.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Donuts came out last year.
Donuts came out this year, right?
No,
last year.
It did? Damn. All right, well, let's move on. Rap God, Beeda Weeda.
Ooh, Mob God.
Talk about that. Mob God, I'm sorry. My bad. Mob God.
Beeda Weeda, one of the most underrated artists in the rap game. Nigga can rap. I mean, rap circles around motherfuckers.
He tight.
He tight to the motherfucker, man. He
got
got bars. The boy got bars. He got a lot of common sense, and he cut from a cloth of, like, you know how some people just rap and say shit because it's funny or just because it rhymed?
Yeah.
Beeda would never do that. He's gonna give you bar for bar for bar content that's potent. Every bar gotta make sense. There ain't gonna be one bar that he give you that was just like, he could have said something different. Nah. Every verse, from the top of the verse to the end of the verse, is just gas all the way through. I don't know no artist that's giving you that right now. You know what I mean?
Beeda tight. I got a funny ass Beeda Weeda story.
Tell him.
When Beeda first came out, I forget what year it was. Like, it was like early.
It was like 04, 05.
Yeah, because we were still living in Sherman Oaks, and I remember going to some function, and he came out, and I don't know how I had met him previous, but I seen him at this thing in LA, right? And so I was like, bro, you tight? I gave him my number, and I was like, all right, hit me whenever. So I want to say it was maybe like 2 weeks later. He might have hit me when I was kicking it or whatever. And he called me, right? And he was like, Mom, bro, what's up? And I was like, who is this? And he was like, it's Beeda Weeda. And I was like, who? Because he was like, Beeda Weeda. Like, man, from where? He was like, yeah, frustration in his voice. I was like, this nigga's gonna kill me.
Damn.
Because after I hung up, I remember I was like, oh shit, that was y'all.
Damn, that was bro.
And I never got to talk to him about that.
Damn.
But I know he was thinking, Mike, man, this nigga hell fake.
Cold nigga, huh?
Yeah.
Be a good one. He'll take that into consideration. Now he know. Oh, he's right. This one.
Oh, he was mad back then.
No,
Mob
guy was that was just really us trying to give Beeda our sound, like really work with him. Cause see, what people don't know is Beeda is also a producer. Beeda can
know
produce.
that.
Yeah, he's dope. He could get out. He can make mob shit all day if he wanted to. I don't know what he's doing with it per se, but he can produce.
He's the mob guy.
Yeah, so it's different producing for a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like they got different ears. You know?
Right. So let me rewind. Fear.
Oh yeah.
Why is it not produced by the Mekanix?
We ain't tight enough.
I see. Like, how is it that you know your album and like most of the beats is by somebody else?
It's not most of them, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, what is that?
I was trying to practice what I preach, and I was trying to give an artist a lane.
Okay.
Give him something that he could start eating off of. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga tight. He tight. Like
I like it.
Yeah, he go crazy.
Got curse on there.
Yeah,
but I was just like, somebody was asking, Tatizi, you ready to do the Who Said It?
Yeah.
All right, so somebody's asking, I think Christine was asking, who are the Mekanix listening to, you know, who y'all riding to in the deck or whatever you want to call it.
I'll be listening
right now. Outside of your own music. I know that's the first thing we always say.
I listen to 2 Chainz new shit. 2 Chainz new shit, dope.
Tweed always listen to
whatever
pop out. Anytime there's new music pop out, Tweed listen to it.
I tap into it just to, stay.
I try as much as I can.
Yeah, try to stay tuned in to what's going on, but at the same time, I'll probably listen to it once and then that's it. You feel me? Back to
yeah, you can't always go back. It's too much, right?
Yeah, it's too much shit. Too much shit.
That's why I don't even try. Yeah. I mostly bump into new music that I've never heard on Instagram. And if I do find something on Instagram that's interesting, I'll go to YouTube and look it up and listen to whole songs and stuff like that or find artists. But yeah, I really don't spend a lot of time no more listening to a lot of artists. And I hate that I'm that way because I'm such a fan of this shit still that I do be wanting to go and listen. And I know I'm missing out on some jewels. But I spend most of the time, like you say, man, listening to our shit, trying to perfect what we doing.
Yeah, it has to come organically. And I actually did an interview the other day, and they were asking me about King Von, and I was like, you know what? I had never heard of him or even heard his. I still haven't heard his music.
Listen to
so I don't know.
King Von shit. King Von was dope. He was dope.
Was he? Yeah. And I seen like a little YouTube clip of the dude Mo3, but just singing a cappella or whatever.
Mo3 was dope though.
Yeah. See, I gotta go check it out.
Yeah,
but I'm just not on that.
No, I'm just like you. Mo3.
I'm in the house.
Mo3, the dopest artist that I ain't never heard. Same with Pop Smoke. I didn't know Pop Smoke till he was gone.
Yeah, I never heard him either. I never heard of him until he was already gone. So
he was like the new 50 Cent.
Yeah.
From New York.
That's why 50 was on it.
He was the new 50. And all the great shit, how 50 was able to make the melodies and jingles.
The only thing I didn't like was like they beat selection with all that drill, off beat, like a whole album of that shit. That's too
much. And even though you don't really, you're not familiar what are you guys' thoughts on how do you think that these young cats could still be alive right now? What are we or what are they doing wrong right
They
now?
gotta
And I
leave
know
the
you guys see a
streets.
lot of youngsters coming through. Like, what do you tell them? Like, I know you have to give them some kind of
You gotta leave.
guidance.
You gotta leave the
Choose. You
streets.
gotta choose sides. But at the same time, bro was in. He was in a whole nother city. I think you gotta have the right team around you too. Like a motherfucker you gonna listen to, a motherfucker who gonna, make sure you ain't making no dumb moves. You feel me? I feel like you gotta have the right team around you
Yeah.
after you make it to the like stage of a nigga like Big Von.
Even before you make it,
Yeah, before that, yeah.
because once you get on, everybody is just yes. A lot of
Yeah,
times it's
a
just
lot
a
of
bunch of
niggas just
yes
yes
niggas.
man.
So you don't never know what they really there for.
Yeah,
But I do believe we got to start to just leave the streets, let the streets be the streets, and let the music be the music, and stop intertwining them so close that we can't see the gray area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if this nigga is a murderer, niggas stay a murderer. Don't come over here rapping like be what you are. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah,
know exactly what
tell
it
your
is.
rapper friend to do the murder rap for
Yeah, tell
you,
your
and
murder
you stay
rapper, man.
murdering.
Yeah, you stay murdering. Don't come over here and be, want to mix and mingle with the, but you're a killer. So don't come around.
Well,
You know what I mean? Don't do
one of
that.
my opinions, is that I think that as a society, we're so addicted to social media that we do things that put us in really bad positions. Because a lot of these things that are happening are behind them jumping on, I'm right here, pull up, or somebody seeing where they at on social media. They posting their location and then they get
Live.
caught up.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that
true.
shit take a part in it too.
Yeah.
It definitely do.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. But Tom Teasy
Mm.
is ready. Before we get out, we got to play our game, which is Who Said It? I don't know if you've seen it or you know it.
Who said it?
Yeah, basically, you guys are hip hop legends. You know your classic hip hop. So
Definitely.
what Tantizi is going to do is she's going to say a classic line from a classic hip hop song, and you will tell us who said it and what song it came from. Now, what I like to do with our guests is because there's hundreds of thousands of millions of songs in the universe, we're going to narrow it down. So all of these songs are by artists that have an association with the Bay Area.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna narrow it down. And Tantizi, the first one is will be an example. And one thing to know as well, Tantizi doesn't know what song it is either.
Okay.
So
Hey,
and she doesn't know the cadence. So
I
she's just
got
reading
one.
off a piece of paper.
I got one before we get started.
Okay, go ahead.
I make her stand outside forever like the Statue of Liberty.
Who's that? E40?
Yeah, yeah, it's E40. But she
Cause
see,
he
she
said
not
it
gonna
like
get
E40.
yeah, she not gonna say it like E40. She not gonna give you that.
Hey, that's the coldest, that's the hardest bar I ever heard that nigga say, but
But
I
see,
make
I
her
don't
stand
say it
outside
like
forever like the Statue of Liberty.
Nah, he got more of them.
Nah,
E40
he got
got
hell of
super
them, but
bars.
that's one of my favorites though. That's a
Yay, that's
cold,
your favorite
so you
today.
get the
that's a
concept.
cold look. Come on, man, that's a cold look. I make her stand outside forever like the Statue of Liberty.
Liberty. All right, so Tati, give him the first example.
Okay,
Let's
here's the
go.
first example. All right. Money don't fold, fear, check the soul. It's honor amongst thieves and stitches can't go.
Oh, I
Who
said
said it?
that. Oh, I said that.
Oh,
That's come on. What kind of
you
game
try.
is this?
That was
Some
that
people
was
don't
that
know
was
their own lyrics.
I didn't know
that was
how
the
to.
example, so you can see how it's gonna sound.
Oh, that's an
But he
example.
gave us
Okay.
one, so he already knows the game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's
All
go.
right,
I
here we
gave
go.
y'all an example. I knew.
And I got it. And
I
I'm
make
not
you
even a
stand
hip hop
outside
head.
forever.
All right, here we go. We must be patient. Nothing better than communication, known to damage and highly flammable like gas stations. Who said it? And I'm saying it like that so I can hear myself in
Say
my
it again one more
headphones.
time.
Okay.
Highly flammable, like gas
One
station.
more time.
All right. We must be patient, nothing better than communication, known to damage and highly flammable like gas stations. Who said
Is
it?
that Mac? Is that Mac Mall?
Nope. Say it one more time.
All right.
All right, you gonna guess?
I already got a buzz. I already got an X on mine. It's on you, bro.
Okay, I will
Now
say it one more
y'all
time.
get two
Flammable
apiece. Y'all
like
get two
gas
apiece.
stations.
Okay.
I don't
All
know
right.
where that
We must
came
be
from.
patient, nothing better than communication, known to damage and highly flammable like gas stations. Who said it?
And highly flammable like gas
Not
Yeah.
everything gonna sound like E40.
stations.
You got the
Oh,
E40
hey,
cadence
bro,
going.
got me with that one.
Highly flammable like gas
Anybody
stations.
in the chat room got it? Highly
I don't
flammable like
know who
gas
it is.
stations.
It's highly flammable like gas
Somebody
stations.
said pot.
Nah, that don't sound like pot.
All right, who's
I
your
don't
guess?
even remember hella Pac doing hella metaphors, saying shit is highly flammable like,
Yeah.
or it's hot like. I never really heard Pac do metaphors like that. Pac was,
All right,
who was
you
it?
gotta get. You got a last guess?
Go ahead, bro. I
Keak
tried
Da Sneak,
Eh.
Mac
So
Dre.
Tatizi, who said Pac?
Christine Wilso.
Dirt Baby. That was actually Tupac. Ding ding
Yeah,
ding.
What song?
On. Got my mind made up. Cause remember he's on there with Daz and Corrupt and Method Man.
Oh,
So he was
yeah.
barring up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
his very next line, he goes,
oh, so
"Let's
that's
go to
why he
communication. Go to
Yeah, 'cause he
communication.
was on there
Let's
with
go
them.
to the gas stations."
That was on
But
that. All
his
eyes on
cadence and his flow, you get lost in it. You just ride with the rhythm. But he's saying some things in there.
I ain't tell you okay
You know
then.
how he started his verse?
That was a cold
Remember,
little
Terry,
hip hop
man?
beat too that was rapping on.
Yeah, you got to go back and listen to it because due to
That
constraints
makes
of
sense.
YouTube, we can't play it for you. But
Good job, Tom Teasy. You dug for that one.
Yeah, that was
okay, the next one.
We got two more. Have you ever seen a Vogue tire smoke straight on a mission? Man, I ain't no joke. Who said it?
she said, hold on, say it one more. A Vogue tire smoke mission.
Told you how to keep it back.
Even she got a laugh at it.
Dot, the way your eyes was looking like, are you serious?
Have you ever seen
Vogue tire smoke
Oak tire smoke.
on a mission?
Man, I ain't no joke.
Stay on a mission, man. I ain't no joke.
You said straight on a mission. Is it stay or straight?
Yeah, straight on a mission.
I don't have a clue.
Is that?
Come on, Twig.
I don't know.
See the
Tweet, you should
songs
know
you love.
these.
You don't even be knowing the words to the songs you love.
Hey, did Richie Rich say that? On some 415
That's
shit.
what it sound like. Nigga talking about
Oh,
gold.
say-
Ding 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 ding. What song though?
Yay!
What song?
What song?
They happy.
Sideshow.
It was 415. It was the lead song.
Yeah.
415.
Oh, the one.
Shit, I
The
got
one, the
half.
five.
Got half.
So much mellow,
Well, at
mellow.
least you got half a
laughter.
point, Tweet. That's
Yeah.
good.
Right. So there's one more.
Yep, one more.
One more. Last one.
Okay, here we go.
Terrible. Terrible at this.
I'm willing to bet you're willing to sweat, but illin will get you burst. Oh, let me start over. I'm willing to bet you're willing to sweat, but illin will get you bruised. I kill and I step through cruise. Who said it?
That sound like that's some hieroglyphics.
Don't be laughing, Dot.
I don't know, bro. You gotta pick this.
Let me say it one more
Oh
time.
my God. Hey, oh my God. Did you hear she said it?
Yeah. One more guess. Say it
One more time. Come on,
Okay.
one more time.
Okay. I'm willing to
Dang.
bet you're willing to sweat, but illin will get you bruised. I kill and I step through cruise. Who said it?
Mac Dre.
Mac Dre?
No. I was gonna say Kenny Tweed. Give me another one.
No, it's somebody from the hieroglyphics, casual.
Casual?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
They said Ella.
Hold on.
Put it in your Google.
This nigga.
All right. That's what people in the chat room be doing. They were like, man, what is that?
Google.
Yeah, I'm going with casual. Hieroglyphics.
Close, but no cigar.
What?
It was actually Souls of Mischief. That's when you lost.
Yeah.
It was A+.
Well, you
I'm
were
willing to bet
close.
you're willing to sweat.
Yeah.
But can we get your bruise? I'm willing to bet the cruise.
Okay, see,
You were close, Tweed. You're good at this game. I don't care. You get all the points.
Cadence. She
Huh?
killed that nigga Cadence like a motherfucker.
I kill them all. You should see how they come through.
Hey,
Yeah, her nickname is the Cadence Killer.
that make it
What up, Turk?
Shit, we got
For real, for real.
Well,
Hey,
that was
so-
fun.
Right?
Good.
Hell yeah.
And
Good job, Tweed.
so with both of your half answers, you guys got a complete one, which wins you absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Good job.
No, you get bragging points.
Yeah,
Only,
some people
Big
got
Daddy
none.
Kane was the only one that got a bunch of them.
Oh,
He got 2 or 3. Yeah. Nah, didn't Spice One get a couple?
Hey, we on the scoreboard at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
on
on
the
the board.
scoreboard. Definitely.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
So before we get out, man, run back down all the projects y'all got out, everything y'all got going on, and where people can find you.
Beeda
And
Weeda
thanks for
Mob
playing our
Guy.
game. Thanks for playing our game.
No, I love it. Y'all should put it in,
It's all love.
package it up as a download and sell it.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Beeda Weeda. I'm sorry, Beeda Weeda Mob Guy.
Beeda Weeda.
Richie Rich, the Grow Room.
Keak Da Sneak.
Keak Da
Gorilla.
Sneak, Gorilla. Forax Fear. Mr. Fab, America Don't Love Us.
Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy, crazy album.
Oh,
We didn't
yeah.
talk about that. And it's really, really based on, like, that's the only album that we put out that sounds like, damn, everything that's going on today attached to politics and race.
Need that album.
Yeah, America Don't Love Us. The cover is really crazy. We had Phil.
Oh, I love the cover. Who's the girl on the cover?
We never met her.
Never met
The actual artwork started as a photo of a black man being hung by the American flag, and we were going to use it as the cover, but we didn't want to get in trouble with whoever the original
Artist.
artist
her.
was.
Yeah, the original.
So we gave it to Phil Emerson, and Phil Emerson turned it into a photo shoot and recreated it. So we never met the artist, the actor and actress that played on the cover, but yeah, it's a deep, deep album. America Don't Love Us. We produced the whole album, Mr. Fab.
Yeah, I gotta check it.
That's out. Yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
Y'all produced the whole album, you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did the whole album. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dang, I wish we had time
All
to
of these
grab the
Yes,
art
I
real
got
quick.
it. I got it.
Okay.
All of these
so we can
albums.
see.
I mean, it's crazy because I had to mention them last night, and I did a little quick collection. It was like 107. We dropped 107 songs just between those 6 albums, 7 albums. That's not including all the little songs here and there in between. Then we did an album on our good brother from Sacramento named Gatlin. The album is called Pack Landed. That's in stores right now. We did that whole album. My album. And to end the year, or actually begin 2021, we're dropping J-Stalin on Behalf of the Streets Part 3.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
I'm waiting for that.
January 1st. So yeah, that was how we
New
did.
Mekanix album coming next year too.
Yeah.
Right. And where
Featuring
can they
Tweed on some vocals.
Kenny Tweed
Well, no,
on the hooks?
I might give y'all something, man.
You should.
Well,
What think about
listen, I'm gonna put Forax on blast because we were supposed to do an EP
Sweatsuits
over the summer.
What'd
Sweatsuits
you say,
and
man?
medium shirts.
I said we were supposed to do a EP over the summer.
Over quarantine. Yeah.
Yeah, with the quarantine, I'm gonna still hold y'all to it, but now up to Annie because I gotta add Tweed on at least 4 of the hooks.
Oh, that's a lot.
And that's gonna be real. All right, 3 of them because it's gonna be 7 songs. I gotta let 4 racks do one.
Platinum on that. Nah, I'm just playing.
Hey man, I'm not playing.
We're going up.
You ain't
When
never
I say it live, I mean I mean it. So we gonna do it.
Nah, I want to make you proud, man. You know what it is.
All right, well, shit.
Proud, bro. Make you proud.
I can tell you how.
I'm trying to find the right record.
Now, when I say that, I mean like I can really tell you the records I want. Like.
Nah, listen, I was mad. Ratchet Love is a hit record.
Oh, nigga.
Yeah, I like
put
that.
out the right
record.
I don't like too many
put out the right record at the wrong time, and it hurt my feelings. Come Here is a hit record. We put out the right record at the wrong time. We've done it a couple of times, and that discourages me. So I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to figure it out. When we figure it out,
you don't want to waste the right records no more.
Nah, it ain't even that. I just want to hit a home run. I don't want to get on back.
Oh yeah. Now I can dig it. It makes sense.
Nothing
So
nothing.
You gotta make sure the moons align.
There we go. I'm trying to make sure all the shit align. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I love to be on a tour with you and on a hit record. Nigga, we had so much fun like we used to.
Yeah.
No.
I gotta
I miss being on the road.
She said no.
No.
Man,
not like you used to.
Man, we had a ball on the road.
I bet.
Man, we was talking to the city.
Teasy said no.
Man,
thank you, Tweed.
You could come too.
I know.
But I'm
she gonna have to come. She gonna be there.
Especially with distance learning. We got the whole backpack and the rollaway bag with the books, the laptop.
It's on.
I'm taking my godson. We finna kick it.
For sure. All right.
I'm gonna take Tariq to his first strip club.
She be laughing.
Look, man. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Don't have Mama Bear come over there.
But he's legal. I'm just saying. God, ain't nothing on a strip club.
Right?
He get legal. I'm gonna be really great old man by then, so it'll look right.
Yeah, you just go drop him off in your scraper and pick him up.
We're gonna have some fun.
Right? A scraper, let your nurse drive it. And have the thing that let you out. The motorized thing. Hey, look, we can talk forever, man, but we're gonna jump off and let everybody get to it. But man, I appreciate you. You know, anytime.
Thank you guys.
We've been waiting.
Man, appreciate it.
This is fun.
We've been waiting and working. Like one day we're gonna be able to make it on that show, bro.
Oh yeah.
We made it, bro.
I signed the papers. I finally signed.
I was saying the same thing. I was like, these niggas better keep working and working and waiting. One day, I said, you know what? Today is the day.
Yeah, thank you, man. We appreciate it, bro. You know I love
Oh man, appreciate y'all. Appreciate everything you do.
Everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
It's good to see you guys grow. I love it.
Y'all too, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When this pandemic is over, I'm out there. But until then,
come on, you know
send me the MP3.
I still got your pillows and covers in the closet. It's all good. Come on.
Absolutely.
All right, kiss Tariq for us.
For sure. You guys have a good night. Be safe.
Good night. Be smooth.
Right.
All right, 100.
For sure. There it is. So you know what to do.
Yeah.
When
I never could get the show on YouTube.
Hang up, nigga. We still live.
They go.
Yeah. It's all good. And he got food in his mouth. That's what happens when family gets together. We just wild out and we lose track of the time. I know it's late. People want to get to dinner, go watch some football. So,
Like
you
you.
know, like me, I'm just going to run through it real quick. As always, you know that this show is exclusively sponsored by dumerch.com and 9tshiphop.com, where you can get your officially licensed digital underground and classic 90s hip hop artists merchandise. Make sure you check the info box below if you're watching live on YouTube. If you're watching it on anything else, still go to the info box or check the link. For the link to the websites, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I especially appreciate you, Ty Teasy. You know how we do every
Yep.
week. Couldn't do it without you.
Let's not forget the
I want to
last
thank.
promo.
Oh yeah, and also make sure you get your DMH Lux Lifestyle bag. High end, like I said,
Leather
think of
goods.
leather goods, black owned. Um, Give me till next week. I'm gonna have a link, a discount link. So if you go and you coming from the
Promo
Going Way
code.
Back show, a promo code to get a discount. Now these bags are not cheap. Like I said, they're high end, but they're all. I think only 300 and something are made, and they'll all be numbered. So you have a one of one, not to be duplicated, because each design is individual. So it's something that if you have it, you ain't gonna be like, girl, I got that bag too. No, it's not gonna happen. So DMHLuxLifestyle.com. Am I saying it right? I can't see it on the screen,
Yes, you
but
are.
you definitely want to get it. That's the show, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I believe we got to some, if not all of the great questions, but I want to shout out Erica Miller, Treese, Derek Mallory, Nubian DNA, Steph Robinson, Christine Wilso, Dirt Baby, KNG, what up, nephew? And everybody else, Tony B. Who else, Tanya? Who am I forgetting? Because I didn't see everybody on here.
You pretty much got everybody. Just answering some questions in the chat room. Yes, Erica, the luxury bags are black owned.
Black owned for sure.
Um, pretty much got everybody.
Yep, Gerald Jones, Cleveland in the house. Appreciate everybody. Next week, our guest will be the Chill from Compton's Most Wanted. And I'm not sure if MCA. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I just want to say something before you tell everybody peace out.
No, I was just going to say next week, the Chill from CMW, Compton's Most Wanted, will be my guest. Got a lot of big things going on, but go ahead, Tati.
I just want to say thank you all for watching the show, tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you share this on all your social media so we get our numbers up. Like, click the bell, leave a comment. Let us know what you like about the show, what you didn't like about the show. All comments are welcome. And that's it.
Who you
Just make
want to
sure
see as a
that you
guest?
put your wish list out there. Most importantly, just share. We appreciate all the faithful listeners, and thank you.
All right. Well, there it is. I want everybody to stay safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Be productive. And by all means, please be easy. Peace out.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
It's the Goin Way Back show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.